on rules and regulations for my trivia questions. If you somehow stumbled upon my channel and have never actually watched one of my hauls, for the past couple of hauls, and I can plan on continuing to do it, I give a book away. Hey, Matilda. I give a book or 2 books away, and I ask a trivia question, and I have people email me. And I think it's been going really pretty well. But I decided that there need to be a couple of quote-unquote rules and regulations on the contest. And this isn't because anyone's taking advantage of anything. It's just really about making my life a little bit easier. So, like I said, if you don't know, I ask a trivia question and I ask people to email me the trivia answer to elk.prizes@gmail.com. In the past, this has really been the only rule. If you didn't email me there, if you answered in some other form or fashion, it did not count. And that's going to remain in place as well, that rule. But there are going to be a couple of other ones. Again, the first rule is, if you know the answer, send the email to elk.prizes@gmail.com. But when you send the email, I would love for you to add two pieces of information outside of the answer to the question. The first is your YouTube username. A lot of times it doesn't have that. It has either something else or what is clearly your name. And that's fine. I believe in privacy and whatnot. I'm not going to start shouting at the top of the mountain that, what your last name is or what your first name is or whatever. And if I do, when I did it accidentally once, I deleted the video right away. But it's sometimes when I'm putting the information into the app that I use to randomly select the names, I end up, just putting like your first initial and your last name or something like that. And that leads to a couple of problems. Hey, Sean, you're the one person, I guess, who this doesn't apply to, or maybe not just the one. Hey, Rated Raw. And Silver Age Dave. Right. So the reason is, I've lost my train of thought. So yes, put your username in the email. That would be super awesome. There's always one. Oh no, Sean, there's more than one. It's like every other or 2 out of every 3 don't have their usernames. And sometimes I know who you are, and so I know your name, and I can put your name appropriately in the your username, I should say, in the application on the iPad, but not always. And it can lead to people figuring your name out, which you may or may not want. And I certainly don't want to be the one to decide that for you. Oh yeah. I didn't really pick up anything crazy in the last couple of days since my last haul, but just some old G.I. Joe books. Anyway, yeah, so I don't want to give your name away, even if you don't care. And also, when I'm going through and picking the winner and listing out the people who sent an answer in, you might miss your name because you're expecting to hear Silver Age Dave, but you put, instead you put Dave last name. And so I just have D last name in there, and you might quickly miss that. So I don't want you to miss your prize if you win. Or I also don't want you to think that I didn't count your name. No, not today. I think it's part of my relaxing clothes, like this shirt and the hood and everything. So the second thing is, if you could put what haul you're referring to in the title. It doesn't have to be the number. It can either just something to signify what it is. not because I can't figure it out if I look at the email, but sometimes I get like 20 or 30 entries. Like last time, I had almost 30. And I try to put everything in the appropriate folders. As soon as I get it, I send it to, whatever trivia question is. So if you can put, Hall 30 trivia question, or Hellboy first appearance trivia question, or whatever, something to give me, hey, Seawater, something to give me, how's your vacation, Seawater? Is it holding up so far, or have you already missed work? Anyway, so yeah, so if you can do that, that would be great. And kind of a tangent of that is, don't keep replying to the same email, because again, it just makes it difficult for me to lazy. I understand that. Yeah, so if you can not just continually reply to the same email, create a new one. Just again, it makes it hard for me to keep up, and I don't want anyone to miss out. So I think that is it. Oh, and of course my dog's barking because he just can't not bark while I'm doing a video. What was the other thing? Oh, so yeah, Canada and people who live in Europe. I've got a couple of entries from there. And I certainly don't mind paying for shipping to Canada if you win like once. But if you win a bunch, like Iron Monkey Fist 74, 70, I don't know, whatever the last part is. Like, I don't want to have to send 3 packages to Canada. So thanks, Matilda. And the thing with Europe, certainly go ahead and answer the question, and we'll just play that by ear. I mean, if the shipping's not too much, again, I didn't know that Don the doctor lives. Yeah, he doesn't actually send in answers to this, so he doesn't win. But yes, no, Don the doctor does not live overseas. Yeah, so I mean, like I said, if you live in Europe and all of that, totally want you to answer the question. I'd love to send you some books. And again, it's sort of like the same thing with Canada. If you win only like once or so, then it's not like that big of a deal. I don't mind paying for the shipping, but like if you win a bunch, I don't know, especially if I'm shipping like $10 worth of books and it costs $15. It's the $20. Yeah. What did I win? Nothing, bro. Nothing at all. No one wins anything today. You know what? Fine. I'll put something up. It's something I bought for $1.50, and it's not really worth anything. Give me 1 second. So, Caliber #1. This is an early Art Germ cover. When I asked the first Art Germ published artwork, this came up a lot as the answer. Well, it's not correct, but so I've actually managed to find a couple copies for pretty cheap. So I will see the people. I'll double check at the end of this to see who was in the chat, and then one of you all will win this, and I will contact you somehow. So yay. And Matilda, I will of course include you, but I'm kind of hoping you don't win because I'm pretty sure you live not in the United States. Anyway, back to my rambling. Yeah, rules. Real quick. I'm going to go over them again. Please put your username in the email. Please put either the hall number or something to signify what one you're answering, so I don't have to open the email to see where I need to put it in like what folder. And then also don't just keep replying to the same email to me. That makes it difficult to switch it around to the different folders that I create for the different contests and stuff. Okay. Sure. Sure, Matilda. That's good. So anyway, that's all I really had from the rules and regulations standpoint. Anybody else have anything they want to talk about before I log off? Regardless, I'm logging off in like 10 minutes because that's when the oh, I know you're kidding. I mean, honestly, this book is pretty cool. It's a pretty cool cover. It's like his second one, I think, or third. And I mean, it was super. Obviously, you can see the sticker price on it was $1.50. It's actually in good condition considering where I picked it up from. Anyway, it wasn't going to be good enough to be one of the trivia question prizes, so I was just going to be a secondary book. I'd love to send it to one of y'all, someone who might like it. Oh yeah. So yeah, that's all I have for today, unless anybody has anything that they're interested in talking about. Otherwise, you're definitely one of the most generous people. Well, I appreciate the kind words, Radar, but I don't know if that's true. I'm lucky enough to have a lot of books, and I tend not to sell them. So, I want them to go to good homes. But to be fair, I usually send pretty crappy books out. I mean, maybe the book itself is nice, but it's really usually in bad condition. Like, I really feel bad for Walking Jedi. Super excited about the first Hellboy in color, and once he gets it, he might be a little less excited about it. But I mean, it was like $10 or $15, and I just picked it up to pick it up. So yeah. Anyway, I'm going to tag this video on all my hauls, so that everybody knows the so that everybody knows the rules and regulations. Yeah, I don't know. Today is New Comic Book Day. I mean, I bought new comic books today. I don't know why I'm acting like I didn't know that. Yeah, what are the new first appearances? I haven't looked at anything. I know I picked up what's it, Thor #1, the 1 in 25 variant. There's a first appearance in there that I think is kind of stupid, but I'm a Patreon for the Unpressable Defects. It's a podcast from comicbookinvest.com, CBSI. You might hear me talk about them sometimes. They're big into flipping and things, and so they usually send out kind of a list of books you should think that you should pick up. And they publish it to their website, but they send it out to the Patreons early, and that was one of the ones that I got put in my pull box. Let me see if I can find it. I did find this for cover today. I'm not super into the photo covers. Yeah, well, I didn't pay $6 for the 1 in 25 variant. I wish I had. Apparently, these are worth money. I don't know if this is worth like a ton. But yeah, it's like a $30 or $40 book, and it was just on the shelf for cover. Really thick. Don't know much about it. Yeah, here we go. This is the Thor cover. Thought it was pretty cool. So I picked it up. Picked up the Teen Titans special. Picked up the Kirkham cover B for Green Lantern. Picked up Suicide Squad, the Matina one. Somewhere in this stack. Most of this is old stuff. I did get this. I thought this was pretty cool. So I showed Scud the Disposable Assassin #1 the other day. This is the second printing of #21. Super, super, super rare. And it's just, to me, such an odd cover because it's so different than most of the other Scud ones. I mean, all the Scud ones are really weird. But this one, just seems even more so than normal. Yeah, I didn't notice that, but now I do. And now I can't see anything else. So there you go. I picked up Magic Order, the Adam Hughes cover. Adam Hughes. It's a Image #1, I think. Yeah. Picked up the Loopy Dave Rose cover. I usually pick up the Loopy Dave ones. Picked up, I guess this is Venom 2. Picked up the Young Guns variant. And I guess that's it. That was it for the new comic books. That's all some other ones. Just a bunch of old G.I. Joe issues. Trying to fill in like the last run of the late run of the issues. I never had them. I had the last one. I just didn't have some of the other ones. So I figured, found relatively cheap. Sounds like I'm about to get a text message. Oh, no, it's just a thing from eBay saying the package was delivered. Cool. Yeah, so I don't know. What was y'all's favorite book that came out this week? I haven't read any of them. I probably won't read most of them. But yeah, I guess I'm going to say the Adam Hughes cover for Magic Order. It's not one of his best, but I mean, Adam Hughes, love him. Why no pants on the wooden floor? Why no pants on a wooden floor? Huh. Not a good idea to sit on wood, no pants. See, the movies are... So, oh, the girl. I thought every once in a while I leave my like shorts or whatever, and my wife hates it. Like I'll leave it on the wooden floor behind me, and I was like, did I leave some like dirty clothes back there or something? I got the Frizzen cover for Wonder Woman. Yeah, I don't know. I passed on that one. I don't know why. I get something's frustrated, and at myself. There's nothing wrong with DC putting out like just a ton of good covers for cover price, but I'll go in there sometimes and there'll be like 5, 6, 7, 8 covers that I want, and I just have to pass on some of them. Like it's not a money thing. It's a I don't have room in the house is slowly being taken over by comic books. And if I keep buying stuff, I'm going to buy myself a divorce. Nobody wants that. So, well, I don't want that. My wife might, but you know, so we're, I have to, some things have to make that makes the decision easier, I should say. Sometimes. And I agree. The Frizzen cover is good. And I'll probably end up picking it up next time I go to a store if it's still on the shelf for a cover. But you know, gotta be careful. Yeah, no, man. I tell you, Marvel, what they're doing is just. I usually try not to curse or do anything, but it really pisses me off. Like I use is it what we call Collector's Archive? Let me pull it up on my phone. So I use CLZ Comics. It's kind of hard to see, but this is where I keep all of my I put everything into the database. And so anyway, like you'll go and let's say you want to add one of the Venom #1 covers. So you search online, go to series, type in Venom, and you'll see it'll bring up a bunch of like the series. So the first one is Venom Volume 4. There's already 48 books in this. CLZ is great. Already 48 books. So here we go. I click on it, and here's a drop down. These are all #1s. It goes. I'm just scrolling. These are all #1s. None of these are #2s. All #1s. Those are all #1s. It's until you get to right here, like where I'm not doing a very good job of this. And it's just, you can't do it. So between that and the store variants, it kills me. 40, something like that. It's like 42. That's insane. And it doesn't even actually have all of them in it, because I say I don't like store variants, but I did pick this one up because I like it. And there were 3 of these ones. One was kind of the reddish orange from the since it's an homage to ASM 300. One of them was white, but it said like Venom, 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 where on ASM 300 it says 300, 300, all that. And then there was this one, which was like the con exclusive. This one's not even in there. There were like, what, 48 books? 42 of which or so were number 1s. This one's not even there. What site is that? This site, oh, the CLZ Comics is the app. They also have a, at least for the PC, but probably also for the Mac, they have a desktop version. If you're asking what site this was from KRS and Unknown Comics. Yeah, I got the red and black and red version, and honestly, red. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: they're beautiful covers, and it's hard to fault these companies for putting out a lot of covers because people buy them. It's hard to fault the artist for taking the work, especially if it's an homage cover, because there's really no thought to it. Why do they need so many? Because people buy them, and I mean, I'm part of the problem. Totally part of the problem. Yep. Oh, yeah, the Thanos thing. Like, I was picking up, like, all the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th prints of, like, Thanos 13, 14, 15. And it just got to the point where I was like, I got to stop. I mean, I don't need them. I don't need them. It's people talk, especially, like, Doom 143. Another great legend mentioned this, FOMO, the fear of missing out. I mean, I am a big time I was going to say proponent, but I'm not a proponent of fear of missing out. I fall into that trap a lot. I mean, I look at something and I'm like, well, I always tell my wife, yeah, no, you should, because she doesn't know me. You can send her one of my new business cards and say, this is whose fault it is. Yeah. Good the back. Exciting. Collecting mix of it. Yeah. I'm the same way. It used to be terrible with television shows. So nowadays, like if you miss a TV show, like you miss the 14th episode of whatever. Thanks. Well, I mean, for the price point, I just figured why not? And well, I'm not going to show. Usually when I go to cons and things like that, I'll give out my business card from work. And I'll write my information on the back of it. And it just, I mean, it's not very exciting. I mean, if you want to find out that I'm a senior economist for the Bureau of Labor Statistics, well, then that's what I am. I guess you get my real name, which you don't on the new cards. So yeah, it's kind of boring. But so these are more exciting. But anyway, back to like the OCD part. Used to be, like if you miss like the 13th or 14th episode of a show, there was really no easy way of catching up on it. I mean, maybe it would come out on see you, Matilda. I'm a nerd because of the card. Yeah, probably. What was I gonna say? Yeah, and now it's not that bad because you can catch them on demand. You can download digital stuff, but I would stop watching a TV show. So I could be like 4 seasons into something, miss an episode, and not have a way to watch it, and that'd be it for me. I couldn't do it. I couldn't keep on going. So yeah, I totally understand the OCD about like not having all the covers, and that was what kind of got me out. Well, it was not to say that's what got me into Star Wars partially, other than my love for Star Wars, is that I just knew, and with comics, both of them. I mean, I've collected that kind of stuff all my life, but I knew that I couldn't get all of them. So that kind of helped abate some of the OCD issues. You got your nerd card, love it. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, I'm not very artistic, so I spent a whole lot of time trying to center the little white thing, and I still don't think I did a very good job. But on the backside, it looks good. Or doesn't have any information. yeah, so like, yeah, I mean, it's difficult because you see 42 covers for Venom #1, and I mean, if you collect Venom and you have all the other Venom issues and stuff, you got to get all 42, and those store exclusives are like 30, 40, 50, $60 a pop. Oh my goodness. How do you even begin to do that? It's just insanity. So I like what DC does. I mean, granted, Batman 50 and Action Comics 1000 have a bunch of covers. At least with Action Comics 1000, that was a big milestone. The Batman 51 kind of irritates me, but I mean, some of them look really cool. So I guess if you're good at picking and choosing, then more power to you. Anyway, it was almost 3:30, so my family is going to get home soon. So I will let y'all go. I hope. Wait, yeah. Then the 1/500s. Yeah. Especially since they're reusing art on those. I know the one where maybe it was Venom. I can't remember, but it was the one that had the art from ASM 316 on it. I mean, that was really cool. But no thanks. Especially too when these stores who sell variants, their store variants, and they're getting, they're selling whatever through a run of 3,000 or whatever, and they're going to get a handful of these 1 in 500 and 1 in 1,000 copies, where like it's almost impossible for a regular store to get that if you're not Midtown or whatever, the TFAW, I think that's one. So I don't know. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, I'm all over the place. Everybody has a great day. Yep, you too, Sean. All right, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Thanks for spending a little bit of your day with me. Hope y'all have a good one. And remember, rules and regulations for my trivia questions. Make my life a little bit easier. Anyway, have a good one. Goodbye.